boil 'em, boil 'em, boil 'em, boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew, stick 'em in a stew, boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew, boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a...
You, a sorcerer of much cunning, have developed a spell which can conjure unlimited snacks, possibly even candy. What snacks do you conjure?
Haribo.
Nice.
I like Haribo. I like the little eggs, the little fried eggs, Haribo. I pile them on top of each other till there's like 8 or 9. And I stick them in my mouth. And then I eat them up while I weep.
Let me think about which dessert I would like to have.
So comfy.
I'm going to need a few minutes on this one.
I could just
Twix popped into my head when you were asking the question.
Twix is good.
And now all of a sudden we've conjured it's a room full of Twix bars. Like, oh no, I hope the sun doesn't come out and melt them all. This is what I'm going to be worried about. I'm going to be riding one of those little New York City Metro bikes home, picturing a room full of melted Twix and the fact that I'm the lamest wizard there ever was.
How do you prefer your potatoes, boiled, mashed, or stuck in a stew?
Yes.
Dang it.
I am not partial to how my potatoes are prepared. Boil them. If I saw that mashup thing, that meme, whatever it was, boil them, boil them, boil them, boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew, stick them in a stew, boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew, boil them, mash them, stick them in a... Yeah. And I was like, oh no.
Hey,
That's... Sean Astin passed away at 147 years old. And to honor him today, boil him, you know what I mean?
Are there any moments that you don't remember and maybe you'll watch the films back and go, oh, I did that?
What kind of question? If you don't remember it, you don't remember it. Is there anything you don't remember?
Hundreds of things I don't remember.
Not one. I remember everything perfectly.
Until you watch it back.
Oh, until we see it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of things. Actually, what's even worse than that is you see something and you don't remember having done it. That's like the backside of that coin. So yeah, and I always try and picture what was going on just off camera. Was my wife there with my daughter? You know, where was our, like, where do we eat? Hobbits are all about eating. So as we watch it back, I think, you know, Elijah and I would very often get teriyaki chicken takeout. You want to know stuff. I'm telling you stuff. I do not believe that that's on the 47-hour extended version DVD.
I didn't see that special feature, yeah.
I remember we were outside Moria doing the scene, and is it Moria? No, Isengard. And I pick
They're
up
taking the Hobbits to Isengard.
another meme, and I pick up the Palantir, and whenever I look at that scene now, my sister was there visiting set, and it was just done in like a big swimming pool, a huge one, and they had all these horses in it, and I was on my knees to look small like a hobbit, and I kept having to go in and get this Palantir. And I stopped and went to see my sister to get a cup of tea. And she says, you know all those horses? They're all peeing and pooing in that water. And you're just sticking your hand in like this. So whenever I see that scene, I always think of that.
You just reminded me of another one. So this one particular night,
yeah.
told you, his feet were so cold because basically the foam feet turned into ice.
Oh my gosh.
It was like standing on barefoot on blocks of ice, and he's like, I might not be able to go on.
That's right. No, that was outside Moria. It wasn't the marshes. I
get my
remember
parking lots
really
mixed up.
good. No, I remember that night very well. That's it. Yeah, the first night I almost said I can't do this. That's right. Yeah.
But you did it anyway.
I did it.
Professional right there, professional.
I peed on my own feet to warm them up. And then I got Vigo to pee on them as well.
The sheriff of a large town has offered you a bag of gold to protect the city. When you're fighting crime, would you banter with the criminals, or are you more the silent punching type? So would you talk them down, or would you just punch their lights out?
That was quite a confusing question. There was gold and there was a sheriff.
Yeah.
What was it?
There's a whole story to this.
Yeah.
So one of my favorite moments in Stranger Things that I got to do.
Woo!
Bob is brought by the kids in the middle of the night to this dead pumpkin patch and gets with a shovel with Joyce and goes down into this pit, this hole, and now all of a sudden he's inside the map that the little boy drew. Bob doesn't question it.
Yeah.
Bob just rolls with it, man.
And you're used to maps.
Yeah, Matt, yeah. Sean's used to it, Mikey's used to it, Bob's used to it. And we get over there, and the sheriff, apropos of your question, sir, is being, smothered by these living snake vines.
Yeah.
So we cut him out. We cut the vines, the snaky things or whatever, and he stands up, and as he's dusting himself off, and Joyce is very upset, he says, "Hey, Bob," and I say, "Hey, Jim." It's so quiet. I was so upset when we filmed it because I'm like, you guys, you didn't let us do it loud enough. No one's gonna get it. I thought that was really funny. So I met a sheriff in a small town, and if I saw any villains, I would kick their effing butts.
Yes.
I
And we know
And
Raphael
F
would
means
punch,
friendly.
too.
I would kick their friendly butts.
Friendly butts.
You know the worst thing in Stranger Things? When Bob could have ran away from that monster and he just stopped.
oh,
Why
snap.
didn't he just keep running?
And on that note, thank you guys so much for being
Thank
here.
you.
Yes, thank you.
Sean
Thank
Astin,
you so
Billy
much.
Boyd, thank you for all you've contributed with Lord of the Rings and
Thank you
beyond.
both. You're beautiful people.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
New York, thank you very much. God bless you.